Hello again, this is the second tutorial video on the Celtic Magic G-Click tilt switch, and in this video I'm going to look at the practical aspects of using the device with a user. As in the first video, if the performance of the device is confusing, turn down the sensitivity to a minimum and it will be easier to understand what the G-Click is trying to do. Otherwise, the tiniest of movements will trigger the G-Click. We're going to look at three typical mounting positions for the G-Click on the user, but the principles are the same for any position. Just remember the G-Click detects tilt, not any other sort of motion. I will switch now to a close-up view for you to see the details. For mounting from a hand or a finger, this carrier clip is very useful. The double-sided strap supplied has a soft and a rough side, so ensure that with anything you do that the soft side is facing the skin. For finger mounting, typically 80 to 100 millimeters of this strap is sufficient. It's a nice touch to trim the corners. Here the G-Click is set to its factory default of detecting downwards tilt. So as you can see, the background is green, indicating it is indeed set to the factory default. Just ensure that the fit is not too tight on the finger. And for best performance, it's better to fit in the fingertip, as further up will produce less tilt. Start with setting the sensitivity maybe to 50% or just under, and see how that works for the user. You can always go higher if necessary, but the chances are this will be too sensitive. So I'm going to unfreeze the device and try it. You can see that's reacting to very minor movements. That's an alarm that's telling me that I've gone too far and I should consider reducing the sensitivity. So I'll do that. I've frozen it. I'm going to move the sensitivity to maybe 25%, and we'll try that. And that's better for my personal use. Now, should you wish the cable to run away from the finger rather than up towards the arm, i.e. like that, then we have to consider what angle that's going to use. When we had it like this, we're tilting down, and if we just rotate it and not change anything, then we would need to actually raise my finger to trigger it, because that would effectively be tilting down to the gyro. If we want to switch still in the conventional direction of down and yet have the cable running this way, then we need to change the direction of detection from normal, which is forward down, to up. And we can do that by getting into the setup, which I've covered in the first video. Hold the button, power the device up, and the direction is set with green things. So we go in there and it's set to factory default of down, and we'll change it to up. And now we'll put it on as before, but with the cable coming out the opposite direction, and release the device. And the colour of the display is changed to indicate that it's now detecting in a different angle of tilt. And you can see it's detecting the way I wish, i.e. on the down direction of my finger. Now we'll modify it to work from the back of my hand, so I'm going to put in a longer strap. And the other thing we need to do is change the angle of tilt detection. If I want to detect movement in that motion, so that would be left hand down, left side down. So if we go into the configuration menu, now we're detecting left side down. Again, soft side of the Velcro towards my skin. Finally, I'm going to show you a simple head movement option. A user's head has 3 distinct motions and 2 directions for each motion. So we've got rotation left or right, not up or down, tilt from side to side, and we can use a G-click for any of these. I'm going to choose rotate to the right and use the arm of my glasses as a convenient mount. So we'll first change the angle detection to suit me looking to the right. So if I go into the configuration menu again and change the angle to be that. And if you imagine my head here, the G-click will detect me looking to the right, which is what I want. So now we're going to fit, I'm not going to use the clip this time, I'm just going to use a simple Velcro pad connected directly underneath the gyro, and I'm going to fit a pad to the side of my spectacles on the right hand side. So if we fold that neatly round, it will offer a convenient mount, and I can put the G-click gyro on like that. I have it set at minimum sensitivity, and it will take significant head movement to trigger. If I increase the sensitivity, the head movement will be less. I hope you found that of use and you feel more comfortable applying a G-click to help a user. Do please download and read the manual and look for any additional current information on the G-click section of the Celtic Magic website. Thank you.